10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. A lot of people,
What about now?
they were chiming in on the news that Jim Campbell was out of the ride, and they're like, John is getting in the driver's seat. John is getting in the driver's seat. Any aspirations whatsoever to will that money?
Of course. I mean, I have grown up at the racetrack. In diapers, I was there every event, you know what I mean? My dad, he raced me by himself, so the racing world is kind of where I grew up. I was in the tires running around through the pits and everything, but learning the aspects of the car, the mechanical side of the car, it has not only grew my knowledge about the body car, but it's also made me want to drive it. To be honest with you. I do stay very busy. I do not only do the clutch on the 24, but back home I work with St. Patricia Medical Center in the emergency rooms. I'm a full-time student, so I've got a little over a year left of school, and then I would like to focus on something else.
In other words, you're going to graduate and then give it all up to race. How we doing, Sam?
I'm looking at the comments and we're saying, hey guys. So I'll keep working on this. You keep asking questions.
I'll keep asking questions.
You have Dad come in. We're good.
Sure. Well, let's ask one more question. What's on here? Big drag illustrated party. How much is it?
Oh boy. So I actually just got my ticket. Sam hooked me up. Thanks, Sam. I went for the first time last year. I'll say I go down on the dance floor a little bit. So yeah, I'll definitely be out there busting some moves.
All right, she's going to have fun at the Drag Illustrated After Hours Party. This is Competitionless Power Hour from the Red Line Oil booth at PRI. Look, we're going to let you go here with Dad.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we get John Dunn on here in just a few moments to chat with him on the Competitionless Power Hour about this new deal that has come about for Jim Dunn Racing. Well, John Dunn coming on screen, maybe the lesser known Dunn. You got Mike Dunn and Jim Dunn. There is also John Dunn. He's probably one of the dirtiest Dunns at the trail. Now, you do a lot of hard work in marketing and design and such. You are definitely a pivotal part of that team. After all these years, though, how long does it still go to the track fast?
This year, unfortunately, my mother got COVID, Seattle race, and Dad decided to stay home. And as a family, we talked about it, just all of us, farmers, truck drivers, they gave room for that. We're just skipping the race. My dad pushed forward, he said, no, I still got to continue. But it was bittersweet. It's just going to the track with nothing. It was nice that we were able to continue, still run the car, bring the guys, and actually, we can ran the numbers, good work. It was all really made sure that I think it could be when I see them out there, I guys up there on the computer, miles up and down, it's a blessing.
Huge announcement this morning. Switching gears with Jim Dunn Racing. Alex Hoffman is going to step in to ride this full track racing. And I feel, like I expressed to John just a few moments ago, that this is one of the moments for Jim Dunn Racing. It might be the brightest of all here in many, many years. And for the outlook on the future, that's the same case with Alex.
Absolutely. We looked at the drivers. Alex stood up, couldn't show what the level was. What he could actually bring with his talent that he's done, and he's excelled in every type of racing he's done in the so far. We're looking for that same enthusiasm, the same purpose. He's not the smartest guy.
Talk with John briefly about her driving. Do you have any desires for her to do that? Or you're like, no, daughter, I have nothing to do. What dad do you stand as in that type of situation?
I think she deserves an opportunity. We're working towards that. She needs to finish up a little bit of school when she has that. Like I said, you go to school to learn. That's what she does. We don't go to school for anything else. And she needs to concentrate on that. But we're working on this year. I think we're worked out right. We're in conference now with the midfield. We have strong space too.
But Sam, before we get you back in and let you ask some questions of John here, I have to ask, as a representative of Money for Chaos, have we ever seen Jim Dunn racing?
We actually worked towards that at one time. We actually still have a loaded motor shop. So we bought a brand new vertical supercharger for the bottom. And we were really going down that road, but then we were trying to see if we could can we run a fuel from the cars and the national price to feed them the whole series. We actually enjoy running the Scout racing. We go out to races for the things we get, watch those cars. So awesome.
Sam, back.
All right, everybody. I've been trying to work on these issues, so hopefully they're getting better. But for me, the question is, you guys have this business field in your business. I come in a lot of times and just asking, what dynamic do you think Alex Laughlin will bring to this?
I think we bring some day when you want to be close to the same field. If that's the good space. Alex, great background. Everything we work on together, especially the zero contact, everything we're doing more smooth. I don't see anything on the side of things changing. We're just looking to take it up a little performance to be better than what it is. Doing all the individuals, going to the races. And the end of the weekend, we just want to see it.
No, and I mean, I'm excited for you guys. Like I said, I think you guys have always, been there and been in the fight, and I just think this is a good fit for you guys and the program and all. Putting it out there. You guys made the big announcement, so you guys are happy about it. Now, what are the steps moving forward? Testing, and what is Alex bringing over to a championship?
We're going to get out to the car. We're going to put in the procedures. He's been in the shop already. We're going to actually go shop. We'll do some testing. We're Bakersfield, Phoenix, Vegas. There's some race testing that before the national race of the national first race of the year. We'll make sure that he's just comfortable in the car. We're comfortable with him being
Well, I think we're all looking forward to it, looking forward to what can happen and what may happen. So, I mean, thank you for your time. Thanks for stepping in and talking with us. And, congratulations on you guys' announcement today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
You have to keep our eyes. Thanks.
So, Lee, we have another guest coming on. I'm still trying to work on these issues here with the microphones. People saying the microphones are junk. I've got cords plugged into your phone that are plugged into the back of this, where the mics are plugged in. Yeah, I mean,
We're trying to work on it. I'm saying this is not my setup.
are you saying my setup's junk?
I'm not saying your setup's junk. I'm saying we got to figure it out.
Okay. You two arguing?
We are arguing. We do that occasionally.
Well, it's not arguing. It's like in a marriage. It's called bickering. I'm actually talking to Doug Foley right now.
Yeah. Bickering, yes. What are we doing?
I didn't know if you were breaking to a commercial. I don't know where you wanted to go.
Bring the big guest on.
I think we go to a commercial. I'm going to work on some stuff, and we bring the big guest on.
So we're doing some testing. Testing real quick. 1, 2, 3.
You guys, we're doing some more testing. Let us know if this, Sam, your mic's working the best, but pass it around. So this mic, it's probably this Chinese cord that I bought.
Probably the Chinese board.
Yes. Try that now. I plugged it in a little bit better.
Can you hear me now? The Verizon hear me? I'm not out in the middle of a field, but I'm in the middle of the floor of PRI 2022. Is reception clear? Can you hear me? So yes, the big guest will be on in just a few moments. Want to make sure get the mics situated. We will go on with the show. Sam's mic sounds good.
So my mic sounds good.
Yes, right.
Sound good.
Right.
I'm a great sounding guy. What can I say, Lee? I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. Guys, I'm trying something, so please stay with us. But
Live
without,
shows, technical difficulties,
fine.
on the fly.
Please stand by. So, if you guys can hear this, please let us know if that sounds a little bit better. But if not, we'll just go to the central mic. We'll kind of slide it around and figure that all out, right? All right. I think that'll work. I think so. So, without further ado, we're going to bring on a big guest, Lee.
Yes.
This big guest needs no introduction, but we did pretty much just We did. So, without further ado, if he turns around.
Yes.
Scotty. Without further ado, as Lee just said, we're going to bring on.
Let's do it like that.
Yeah, everybody says yes. Don't touch it. So we're not going to touch it. So, without further ado, everyone, we have Scotty Cannon here live on the PRI edition of Power Hour. Scotty, how's it going?
Man, doing great. Honor to talk to Scotty. So I live in South Carolina. Grew up in the upstate South. Yes. I grew up in the upstate South Carolina. So you had to be a Scotty Cannon fan. Yes, I did. And it is very cool to have you on the Compass Plus Power Hour finally here at PRI. And, hey, congratulations. I was there the night you got inducted in the drag racing whole thing. Cool deal. We're the people, a lot of guys to be in that business.
Well, some of the people that get to make win the first race, but then the rest of the shit, it's not something that you always get to there and everything, but you never dream of being able to get up on stage. It's always because of the fans and sponsors got to be there. Not be a president too, but you just don't never. You keep playing for that reach for it. But it's just an honor. And look back, maybe I did do a lot of good. A lot of people, a lot of good people. Maybe some negative stuff, or not. It makes me feel good at my age. And think about maybe get a good somehow.
Sam, heard about that getting the feet wet again.
Lee, at this point, I mean, you hear all these people saying, hey, I'm trying to get my feet wet, or maybe I might try something new. I mean, this is the time for silly season and big announcements. Who knows if you have one? We're not going to say you do. But when you say I'm going to get my feet wet, or I maybe indulge in this kind of racing, I mean, describe as a racer what that really means.
That's a good question. I got not sport with me, he's a real good close friend. He kind of knows everything. My brother, that's the stuff off of each other. And they said, well, if you want to go back, what you got to do? They never really kind of thought about this. I did team. So, to answer your question, I've owned team for years. I might probably just maybe shoot something or help somebody run a team or buy one. Not as much work as I did for solid playing on it. The bottom line is, I still got the passion to do it. It don't matter what it takes at all. I go down signs, I do everything. So, my door's open, basically. So we just kind of fill the water and really just kind of get the big records. Luckily, at this point in life, I never quit playing this. I'm 60 years old. I would probably have a little bit of choice of where I wanted to go. What I wanted to do, rather than just be pursuing like back in the day. So for a driving job, but I have it all planned out. I don't have that planned out because I don't have an avenue to go execute. So I hope I answered that good. My door's wide open. I am talking to some people about a couple more deals, but it's still open. Whatever. It ain't got to be perfect because racing's not perfect. It's like we're doing a lot of times is try to paint a picture and think it's supposed to turn out that way. I never paint a picture. I just keep a plan together. Always have. Just go tackling it. What I call deep business. It come around. It's a lot of work. Press there. Make it happen.
Drag racing staffing is us. Scotty Cannon is available. So I remember the Pro Mod deal. You go to Nitro Funny Car and NHRA, and then many years after you getting that, you're off the scene. We don't hear much from you. Like, what were you doing? Basket weaving? Doing hard time? I mean, what happened?
Well, when I was hurt, I had a surgery in '97. I'm sure it's good. I'm going to write this down. For you to ask me questions, it's good. But I got hurt. Major surgery a year before I was I got on an airplane 2 weeks after my surgery and went and raced in Australia for 12 months. They didn't do any good. So when I came back that year and I landed Oakley, so I was never healed up. I thought I was because I was younger. But it just kept progressing. It's not no excuse to have been good. I was a problem. Worst performance. But I just didn't, I never could get things going. I never could make that. Maybe I was too mature, not mature enough, I'm not sure. I would have handled things a lot different. Probably not cruise ship in the car all the time like I did. It's all I knew. I always did. If I look back on it, back when I first started, I was surrounded by so many good people with a lot of talent that got me where I was. I didn't lose focus of that. I still executed it. Now looking back on it. So I think I've made a lot more wise decisions. A lot of times, rather than opening my mouth, especially in the business end of it, I keep my mouth shut. Because the way you see me on the track, good or bad, that's the way I was all the time. I got sponsored for a house now. Not good bets, but I never had a bad word. Either or any of them sponsored. The way I look at it is they pay the bills, they advise. You don't do everything they say, but you got to listen and be real respectful. But they got to do where you're at. So, all that being said, I think I'm sure.
Folks, we're here at the PRI show 2022, the Red Line Synthetic Oil booth. Scotty Cannon is right here with us on Accomplished Plus Power Hour. Scotty, the Oakley deal is still influencing people today. Me, I have this whole persona to wear Oakleys
I need
because
you to call Oakley.
yeah, right.
We can sum all this up.
Yes. I mean, I wear Oakleys because Scotty Cannon wore Oakleys. It was in a funny car. I mean, honestly,
At
that's
home, I
why.
hear that a lot still to this day, believe it or not. And why don't you go back and just get up? I don't think the guy that's responsible for me probably ain't happy with my performance. I don't know. I said, I wouldn't be. Don't think he was going to probably get on board and feel what I wasted it up with his money. But, we had some good times, and I think I did good for us. I know it because they kind of targeted the Southeast with me. And I think it's between them and me. And they already knew what they were getting. So they got me. You didn't really have to win any races. Looking back on it, we sold a lot. I mean, they made lessons just for me. They were real great. Good dark. He's a sack. Like I said, he's probably the only one in racing I would apologize to because I wasted a lot of his money. Well, me and him did. I never made a decision that he didn't agree because it was his pocketbook. He knows that. So, stars and moon lines up. They would be back up there doing it. I'm ready to. I feel good. I had some blood work that's been messed up. That's it. Look back on the records. They got it straightened out. This time they treated me was nothing but blood work, messed up. I didn't have any years. I was just getting better. This has been going on for years. So they did a blood transfusion, getting blood. She all the
Well, Scotty Cannon, that name is certainly associated legendary status with pro. You were an innovator, like the Beretta, for example. Looking at the rules and going, all right, this is what I can do and get away with it. When you look at modern day pro law, what do you almost as it were rule over? Be like, yeah, you could do this in competition right now and be competitive. Is there anything like that?
I was going to answer that. Me and Mike was looking for cars over and he said, what do you think? Tries to take that stuff and pick it apart from the loopholes. That's the universe way I think. I think that's how it is. It's a combination of whatever it is. You can get that other 5 minutes that you or me. So many good people.
Pro modified racing always wasn't on the national scale. Races at Shadyside, races at North Wilkesboro, races at Greer. These tracks that many would say they're holy walls and running fast little cars. It was the thing. Now you see Vermont drag racing is certainly on a national scale, even on what it was in the IHRA days, NHRA, EDRA, Outlaw Program Association, Midwest Drag Racing Series. So many door slammer centric shows with a lot of money involved. Are you shocked that it has grown as much as it has, or in your mind in Vermont, was there an outlook that yes, we're going to get there with that? That was the days when it was for sure. It has definitely changed. Driving less year the Southeast Gas Association with those cars. What do you think about playing with these guys? You got some family actually out there, right?
Yeah, my son, he drove the GTO truck. And like I said, I talked to airplane sometimes. I love all that. I'm back. I said, it's doing great. I said, I could have drove one and buddy had my score. He's not doing one. But you can get jerked around in there and walk on. Yes. I'm 60. I don't think I'm over the hill yet. I don't think I need to get in that. I need no doggone jumping. Right. That wouldn't be a good idea. I would laugh at it. It's doing good, man. It's been doing good for about 8, 9 years now.
You mentioned John Force, your hero. And yes, you did come into the sport, Nitro Clinic Car Racing, and you made a challenge off the hit of the bat. I can't remember the amount. How much money you have Mona? Yeah, right. Yeah. Why do that?
Well, that was Tim's idea. I don't got $1 million to go run. I wouldn't run you for 500. I picked a bolt. I raced for this money. I don't know. Me and John sold so many t-shirts and glasses. We never got to race. The fans and everybody was so good supportive. We never did get to run. Now, if we run, Jim probably been a chair. Jim said he'd run for free. John's like, don't blame doing. So it was so much. I didn't know my right mind going to do that. John finally said, well, this is what y'all got to have. We'll do it. So we're both serious. We're both serious. But we have a lot of fun with it. And it didn't start out this time. The church said, we can go run John's for $1 million. They said, you know, the first one went down. I said, well, get one shot.
Right.
One shot. Good up. And it really went good. And now you got $1 million.
You never know. So it certainly sounds like Scotty Cannon is back to good health and is ready just to do something in the world track.
Back in the pro mod days, everybody done the share party. We won't drink when you in. But I started using it every day. Here's the thing about this. There's so much partying going on because everybody's so happy when you win. And I was a part of that, thank God. But I got caught up in the moment and didn't realize it at the time. I was partying a little too much, never done drugs. I've done the sharing and drinking. And I laid all that down years ago. I said to myself, if I can't right or do right, I will drink. So, and I, looking back on it, that didn't do me as good when I was drinking. Because it was a party animal fest all the time. So I definitely skipped through that. So I got a lot of stuff to still prove to myself. I'm not more than you would think. And that's
With you mentioning that, legs, that's stuff, that part of life aside, if you could go talk to a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old Scotty Cannon, as Scotty Cannon you are now, what advice would you give about life? What advice would you give about racing?
be it the perseverance, passion for it. Look, got it. It was decent driving, whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing. Then it's no different. I look at drag racing so like everybody wants to be a football player, everybody wants to be a basketball player when we're young. You know, we do that because we figure out we ain't gonna be the star players, so we start doing something different like drag racing. So, but it's no different. You've got to have a good morning. Somebody's got to bless you with a little bit of performance. Whether you're a basketball player that's tall, young drag racer like me. So if you got that little bit, so you think you go for it, sure. You will not fall by the wayside. You might not lose or win as many races as me, or even probably not never as much as other boys, but you ain't got to do that to be there. You just got to do it. You'll be.
Last question for you, Scotty. If you had a pro mod right now, ready to go, team, everything, nothing is in your way, you just got to hop in and drive it. Who are you calling out? Nobody. Do you think people call you out?
So I got to get up to speed real time.
Yes, that's right.
I realize all that.
I know how to work with it. So you paint a picture, right? Okay, I'll paint you a picture. I can picture me going, getting in the car, and didn't have social media back in my day. Now we do. I just started getting on Facebook 2 months ago. That's how green I am with it. But guess what? The first pass when you go out there for that thing, shake, you can wreck a car. I wrecked one of my fun cars. Nobody knew about it. At a little track up in Arizona one time between races. Well, there's been social media days. Started to wreck the car.
Right.
Well, nobody knew about it. I was trying to hide it. Oh, we went to the race. How I wrecked the car. We really didn't hear about it. Well, they had it all over the news right now. So I got to be careful. So I got to be good. I gotta get back in the car and come up the speed right now. So I hope I can do that. But I'll do that before I will take anybody's money. We're good.
I definitely, whenever you make that decision, however it works out, Scotty Cannon will definitely be good. Thank you for the time, man. Awesome. Folks, we're going to let Scotty go as we continue to work on technical difficulties. Thank you for the time, Mr. Cannon. We'll check in with you later from the PRI show and beyond. See, Sam, can you take us to a break? Just a moment. We are still alive, yes.
Not just like the always do the speech about world championship stuff and all my people. If it weren't for the fans, the guys with the money would not be interested in paying somebody like me a dime. So take all y'all. If it wasn't for them guys, they wouldn't have used to say it.
That's right.
That's a fact.
Mr. Cannon, thank you for your time. Take care.
Thank you.
Sam, you want a break? He's searching.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S.
Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away.
Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, folks, we're back off the break, and Sam is still working away, set on the setup, trying to get things right so that we all can interact with you. You can hear our guests, you can hear us clearly. Sorry for the technical difficulties, trying to get this all set up on the fly and bring you a live show here from PRI 2022. I do have my show Between the Slicks going live from 11 a.m. to noon at the Scott Performance Flyers booth here at PRI, and we will be here tomorrow for the Competition Plus Power Hour right here from the Redline Synthetic Oil booth once again. And I'm not sure who's the lineup for that particular show, Sam, but we'll find somebody. We have someone else. Come on, Doug. Sit down. I'm gonna let you take this interview. I know I've already talked to this guy too much. No.
Yeah, he talks to me too much.
It's right.
And I can't follow Scotty Cannon with Lee. I just can't.
What am I doing?
Let's switch spots.
Oh, we're switching spots.
Okay.
We're doing musical chairs. Hang on.
We're rotating.
Yeah, we'll rotate.
Yep.
You come back here.
Okay.
I gotta go over there.
Okay.
And now you can work on the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh my
So now we can blame the production on Lee.
We can blame everything
Yes.
on Lee.
Yeah.
And that should have,
To be
honestly,
honest with you, we never changed that.
no, that should have,
That's been
that
pretty
should have been,
consistent.
yeah,
It's been pretty consistent.
You
We
can-
just usually do it behind his back.
you can do everything. So hopefully everybody can do this. But for you, Doug, I mean, came out in 2022. I always want to say 2023 at this point, right? But you came out in 2022 and had some, good performances and some that, we always wish that you can take some of those back, right?
Yeah.
But for you, looking forward and looking into what the year's going to look like, what does 2023, or no, what did 2022 bring you that gave you the hope for next season?
Well, I think we really found some consistency and found some parts and some people and really gel it together. And so I was pretty happy in some of that. We gave up some rounds that we shouldn't have, and that was a little disappointing. But, for the most part, going to the first, final in Gainesville, and we should have won that race. It was my, that's my bad. We definitely started to really grow the people in their positions. We had just gotten to Indy this time last year, literally this week last year. So we just moved the team here. juniors here, mainly full time now, handling the clutch program and some of that. So I think we're going in the right direction. And of course, we lost Brooks. He went to Tasca now, so that kind of set us back on the fact of we're probably the only team here that doesn't have a crew chief at this point. So that's our biggest concern at this point.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think Tobler, is, can I say that out loud? Just saying. I mean, I have a personal relationship with Ron, and I really like him and respect what he's doing. Yeah, and he does have wine. Yeah. So I mean, I think if you send him some of that Cali love with Snoop Dogg's face on it that tells the story, I think that might.
That may get him across the country a bunch of times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like we all say, I mean, it's that moment right now where you are looking for a crew chief, and in that situation that you're in, what does that feel like, or what does PRI maybe give you that opportunity to do?
Well, it gives you the opportunity to kind of see, who's remaining, who is not committed at this point, and fortunately for us, anybody in our industry is in this room, so it gives you the ability to meet with whoever is available and what's your options and what direction you want to go in. Do they have the same mindset you do moving forward? And so that's pretty much where we're trying to go and trying to build off of that.
So I've always liked to ask people ask me, what is PRI like? And I was telling Lee, what it's all like and what everything is. But for me, it puts everyone on a level playing field. You're not just on the phone talking to someone. You're not just, speaking to them through email. You're speaking to them face to face. Do you think this is a more relaxed atmosphere because the race season is kind of over, but we're pressing that reset button, or what is PRI actually like?
Yeah, it's a place to discuss your good and bad times from this season, but more importantly is how do you fix that, prepare, and move forward for next year. So it's a short off season. Even though NHRA extended it by a month this year, it did help. But for the most part, it's always go time. So for us, we have a tough hill to climb because the part we're one of the few part-time cars that's trying to keep up with performance-wise with the full-time cars, and they have just. The full-time cars they're phenomenal right now. So we have a big job ahead of us.
And so, like you said, the part-time versus the full-time teams. But do you think that you guys do a well job of connecting with those full-time teams, or having maybe an affiliate with a full-time team that you can bounce ideas off of? You guys can talk to and keep in the loop of what's going on or what may be changing.
Yeah, I do, because that's primarily the reason we moved to Brownsburg. Okay, is because we had that distance there. The team was based out of North Carolina. Not too many teams based out of that area. So when it came to the point of how do we grow and how do we expand and do all of that, one of the things was if you move to town and you're seeing these guys on a regular basis and parts and pieces and people right there at your disposal. So I think it's definitely improved our team.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's always trying to take that that step forward, as we always say, or maybe just not take that step forward, but get over that next hurdle. As an athlete, I always use those, but take that step up. And I think, like we said, being able to communicate with people, like you said, moving your team out here, it always helps to be able to do those things and to, just elevate yourself to that next performance. So looking at it and breaking out, okay, I'm pressing that reset button, even though it's a longer but short off season, pressing that reset button. What can we expect from those?
We're going to try and put an emphasis more on just first qualifying. Qualifying is so important, and it's kind of where we failed this year. We just, you got 12, 13 full-time cars, and we averaged probably 11th, 12th, somewhere in that range. U.S. Nationals was a nice race for us. We qualified 9th, and ahead of several full-time cars, which is great. But we need to do that on a regular basis. You need to set yourself up for Sunday a lot better, and it starts Friday afternoon. So that's a big goal of ours. Qualify better, give ourselves a better shot on Sunday, and then try and really focus on making that first round a win. And I think from there, you really the teams are so good and so close after first round. Well, bets are off. You do the best you can and see where the chips fall. But those are the two things we're going to focus on.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, getting past that first round, it seemed like you guys always had, first round tough matchups. Antron Brown says first round final, the second round's final, semifinals a final, and finals a final. So, I always give him crap about that because we made a TikTok about it. But what was it like? That first round, like you said, all year was tough matchups and battles that we weren't used to seeing. It seemed like if you got out of first round, you kind of were like, hey, you know what? I won my own little small wally there. So speak on that.
And, as an athlete, anytime you go into something with momentum, well, the tension starts Saturday night. Okay, this is who we're going to run. Where are we stronger? Where are we weaker? And all of that. And everybody says you don't think about it. Run, But when you get there, and now this all this hoopla, driver intros, all this stuff, and now you go out there and getting that momentum of winning first round puts you in a spot where, now there's 8 cars remaining, and I truly believe after first round, any of those cars are capable of winning.
And so my final question to you is, and I've asked a lot of people this, but looking at that, that order sheet, that ladder, does that play negatively? Mentally, does that play negatively, or do you change up, what you maybe are going to do because you're racing maybe a Steve Torrance, or you're racing, Brittany Force and what she's done? Do you think mentally for any driver that is a good thing to do is look at that ladder sheet, or do you think it can play some mind games?
It can play some mind games, and those mind games are typically with yourself, of course. But we're a team that typically has to play defense. Okay, we have to play defense, which means for us running as fast as we can under those conditions. And if there's 300 or 400 of performance between us, our best, what we think is our best, and what their best is possible, we just have to do the best we can and hope that something can be made up. If they fall off a little bit, reaction time make a difference. All those we have here. But I think we tried to play offense a couple of times this year, which I think hurt us. Meaning, we tried to run numbers that we weren't prepared to do. If you haven't done it in the past, it's like an athlete trying something in a game that he's never tried before. So you got those qualifying times, and those are there to prepare and run as fast as you can. If you haven't ran numbers like that, you probably should try and stick with where you're at. And I feel like we tried to rotate the air a few times, and we gave up some round wins.
All right. Well, again, PRI 2022, leading into the 2023 season. Doug Foley, thanks for your time here, coming in, sitting in the Red Line Oil booth with us, and just going live and talking drag racing. Drag racing is never dead. We always continue to talk about it. We're going to continue to talk about it week in and week out, and we're looking forward to, as we call it here, the silly season. But all the big announcements that are coming out and that continue to come out.
Yeah, we'll have an announcement soon on our crew chief, and and when it comes to Red Line, it's literally the best. They've supported us now for a couple of years, and we appreciate the support. And it's literally the best oils that you can put in that hot rod, and we appreciate the support.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're doing, man.
We appreciate it. Thanks. Yes, guys, I'm going to try this, and you can let me know if you hear everyone saying it still sounds like a party, and that's totally okay and fine. We are here live. Looks like we're getting a special guest right now, but we are here live from PRI 2022. Just trying to honestly make the best out of everything. That's all we can do with the situation, and with everyone still making deals and doing everything here in the background.
We got a special guest.
We do.
This is Nitrous Royalty. This is
Hold on,
outdoor.
Bobby. Before you do that, I'm gonna let you take this because I think this is an important one for you to take. I'm gonna run the camera. We're gonna have him sit here, mic's on, and Bobby, you gotta sit here. Don't knock over the cord. And I'm gonna handle the ones and twos and let you.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna let you come on and do this.
What up, my homies? Okay, we've got drag racing royalty coming in the booth here. Red Line Oil. Recognize this guy? You should have run a pork chop through that hair, man.
I got here last
But, well, up until about an hour ago, I didn't have any clean underwear. So I got clean underwear and I'm here on the show. I got here, but somehow or another, they decided my bag would be better suited in Cincinnati. I don't know who was going to wear my drawers in Cincinnati, but somebody else was going to. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't recognize this face, this is Mike Thermos, the owner, operator of Nitrous Supply, the founder of basically nitrous and everything. I mean, he was the first guy that survived that whole deal and said, hey, y'all, watch this. And he put nitrous oxide on the car. And it went really fast. Mike, we're glad to have you here on the Power Hour.
A lot of fun. We're a bunch of old racers. Fell into the nitrous thing and saw how big the potential was. They kind of built it up. A lot of fun.
So Mike, when you the earliest days when you started working nitrous oxide into racing applications, how were you met? How did the racing series take that? Oh, you got this magical button like the Duke boys have on their
Well,
cars.
nitrous always was perceived as, you know, it would run fast for 100 yards and then run up the motor. And so it was a challenge because you had to overcome that. And I came from the old Ford 20 car race, so I learned a lot about nitro fuels and what it took. And we knew that fuel made power. Right? Something that doesn't burn doesn't make power. So we were very concerned about the fuel. And that was really the key. Put the fuel in, and then the nitrous just burnt the fuel.
Do you think it was that the race series were scared of it and didn't really understand it like you did?
I had a tune-up shop and I did great jobs in tune-ups. And we couldn't afford to go to 20 car racing. We got involved. I got involved that way in the business. Got married, finished seven young. I love the racing. And I had actually bought a unit from a guy that was underground doing nitrous and just kind of soldering tubing together and doing things and because of free kit. It kind of worked. And I bought the unit and I looked at it and I said, well, this is got the solenoids and a tube and some holes in it. Yeah, I can build this thing. And we started doing that. And we tuned it in and tried to got it working. And a partner became a line. And he said, you know, we can sell these things to rush them up and polish things up and form out on it. And
You know, when I think of transitions, perfect transition, I would see brake jobs to nitrous oxide. I mean, that's about as smooth as it gets, right?
I get the performance work. Being around cars since I'm 15 years old. Well, racing, just racing,
Right. So you start to work your way in. You got nitro funny cars running. You got Don Perdome goes out there and runs a 563, giving everybody the perception he's running your product, burns the engine up, and then everybody thinks, but that nitrous has got to go. It's bad. So Perdome got you kicked out, right?
We got kicked out of inventory. I was teaching somewhere. We came to a party. I didn't know him at the time. I knew of him, obviously. I knew Brian was he came over to me at the party and said he apologized for getting us banned. That's the best thing ever happened. We went everything. It was our fault. It was real life. And we wanted everything for free.
They didn't want it for free, did they?
We had stuff on Billy Byers' car, and that's where I got to pay the oil. Where he ran before he ran for force, he was running for.
Yeah.
Just getting into like the night.
Yeah, I understand a good bit of your product also made its way into Pro Stock, right?
That's what I'm saying. I can only speculate because I'll be the last guy they talk to.
Yeah, it's so sad that you help win world championships and they don't even acknowledge it.
He knows all that's going on.
So Mike, what really happened, as you said, was the best thing that happened for you because you got away from those West Coast nitro races and come down there with the hillbillies that know how to do that.
I saw that movie, The Liberals. We're all California liberals, crazy out there in California.
Yeah, they didn't have time for canoes out there down in the South. They had race cars.
I just saw Scott and Utah little racing and stuff. Yeah, and Coleman. Those were funny days. I mean, rubber manacles were built. And I said, I'll fly you into Darlington and we'll you to go fast tonight. And all the Pro Stock guys were making fun of me. And you know, hillbilly. What did he know about making the car go fast? The kid was out there with his big motor. And Kuba gets mad at me because I always call him a farmer. He never farmed a day in his life. But he had that country, thing and built a car and just was a bracket racer and he ran good. He ran the series. So I told him to put a 430 gear in the car. He had to call Sonny up. And he asked him if it was all right. And Sonny told him, you're crazy. You only thought it was 430 gear. He said, well, I got nitro. And he said, yeah, nitro or whatever. You're not going to pull that gear. I said, leave the gear in it. If you won't go any faster, I forget what gear he had in it, 488 or something. So he did, and we went out there in the first pass. He had been very conservative, put a mild jet in it, and he ran, I forget, 194 or something like that. And
Actually, Glenn ran 199, but
199.
he ran 199 and they're like broken wheelie bar. Could have changed the whole face of door slammer races, remember? Because he ran 199 and they're like, oh wow, Glenn's gonna get it. Here comes doggone Bill.
Here comes Bill Coleman out of the back. And before that, though, Sonny came by his pit, and Bill tells the story better than I can, but he says, Sonny says, well, you still think you can go 200? And if it's going to be a piece of cake. And Sonny goes over to Glenn and goes, hey, see that fool over there? He thinks he could go 200. It's just going to be a piece of cake. And they were all laughing. And then he came out and he went 202 on the next day. He put a little bigger jet in it, pumped it up a little bit. And he ran good, man. Made history and kind of started us on the map, and we exploited that how we could. And pretty soon, it was they wanted to run a quick A class. It was a bracket class, if you remember. And the issue was these guys didn't want a bracket. There was a lot of good quality cars that had to run in that bracket. Buddy Ingersoll with a Gilkey Carter car. But anyway, they got their own class. We supported it. I think we were in Milan, Michigan, and Ted Jones let us have four cars. And
They were all out of the different shops, and that started the Beaumont class. We supported it and grew. And they wanted to bring blowers in. We said, okay, bring the blowers in. But you got to remember, the blowers in those days were not what they are today. But they ran, and we all competed.
You know, I remember looking at some of those cars. They ran so fast back in the day. And I'm not calling any people's names, but I wouldn't have got out of the electric chair to get some of those cars.
Let me tell you, there was a deal I was doing. We were in Dallas, I think. And one of the guys that called me on the PRI and said, go help this guy. He's asking for you. So I went over to the car, and I started looking at it, and he had a toggle switch for the nitrous. He didn't have a push button. He had a damn toggle switch. I said, well, what do you do? He said, put it to the floor and I throw that toggle switch. I said, what happened if you get sideways or something? He said, well, shut it off. I said, I'm not helping you until you put a momentary button on. Meantime, they were calling everybody up. Sure enough, he comes up to qualify. He didn't have time to change it. The light comes down, goes green. He punches it and hits that toggle. The car makes a left turn, goes in the guardrail, tips over. Everybody runs down there. He didn't get hurt or anything. He's climbing out of the car, and I go, you didn't change that toggle. Sure enough. Anyway.
Anyway, Mike, now as we see, we're gonna be wrapping it up here, but could you have ever imagined this guy doing brake jobs and Mr. Fix-It and everything becoming one of the most iconic people in Vegas? Whether that's how you see it, that's how a lot of us see it.
Well, I'm not a dummy, but at the same time, I realize very quickly I can afford to be a 20-car racer. But I do a lot of listening and learn about motors. I taught a little auto shop, a little college, and it was always my passion to, go to the top of the field and run. And when we got involved in that, we saw what a product it could be, and we just stuck to our knitting. Ran with IHRA. Look at the class now. It's a first-rate class.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mike with Nitrous Supply will be coming on as an advertiser with the Power Hour. If you have nitrous needs, I genuinely suggest you go to the man, because if you want to know how it works, how it started, he's the man with the plan. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S.
Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away.
Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
What's up, everybody? Slim and Sam back on here, getting ready to really dive into red line oil, and figure out what it's all about. Where did it start? Where did it come from? And that's what it's all about here. It's just, like I said, when we are talking with our marketing partners and everyone that we deal with, it's always good. It's always good to, get this information and talk with everyone that is around. So I'm going to try and see if I can still Mark really quick for a couple of seconds, and then we're actually going to maybe bring on the chemist, the original chemist of that. So yes, if we can get Mark on really quick, and then after that we're going to speak with the chemist, the original chemist, and I'll let Mark describe what's going on. So we're going to try and get him, break him away from this conversation and bring him on right now. Unless Lee wants to come on and yak it up with me for a couple of seconds before Mark is available. I guess Lee's coming on. Lee, there's been a lot of background noise, and I want to say this. the reason why there is a lot of background noise is because Redline Oil right now is like the hotspot. Like everybody is walking past here, they're having
Doug
conversations.
Bolden, Randy Meyer, Travis Shoemate, Bobby Bennett, John Dunn, the Monday Mornings, and Slam and Sam.
And like I said, the hottest. You know, did you hear Darren? Speaking of that, did you hear Darren the other night? He goes, "Yeah, I think I'm the hottest media guy in the game right now." I don't know what he's thinking or what's going on with him, but he actually said that on the show. So shout out to Darren.
Yes, hey, Darren does a great job as assistant editor to competitionplus.com. A lot of great articles, and he's very good being live as well. Couldn't make PRI this year. We definitely had to get him out. He's never been to PRI. This is only my second year. How many years under your belt, Sam?
Not including the COVID year. I'm going to say 2018, 2019, no 2020, 2021, 2022. We're going 5 years strong. I'm going to say I really did attend because I virtually attended, which I have a laptop on. So I virtually attended PRI 2020. So 5 years.
Well, as we're waiting for the next guest, already several big guests. Scotty Cannon. When's the last time you heard from Scotty Cannon? Thank you, Bobby Bennett, for setting that up. Great to talk with Scotty. I've never actually talked with Scotty. I always wanted to. That was a lot of fun. And Mike Thermos.
Dude, when you think of night, like I used to be a nitrous guy. I'm still a nitrous guy, but I may be going to a power rounder. But I'm just saying, like when you think of that, like, the history that's there, what he's done, innovating this and that. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's just being in the sport, being there, being present. And I mean, we're grateful to have this platform to be able to talk to people like that.
It's nice to have a spot at Redline Oil. Do you know how hard it is to get spots at PRI? It is viable space here.
Yeah, and nitrous supplies coming on. Redline Oil is providing us a spot here to be able, and marketing partners. I mean, that's what it's all about. And it's funny. You always see this. You'll see this probably on Caleb's page today. And he'll go, "Oh, today's the day where I'm going to be making a deal. Everyone's making a deal today, right?" But it seems like, I'm not going to say it seems like, but it seems like we've made some deals actually sitting here, interrupting their booth and bringing people in to talk about drag racing.
Yes. That is the power of the Competition Plus Power Hour. Bring us, and we'll get deals.
All right. Should we try and get Marty on?
Yes.
Mark, come over here. He's got to answer 2 questions.
2 questions. Yeah.
Oh, he's on his everyone. Look, we're gonna. Okay. We're gonna have.
Turn it off.
Okay. You know what he was doing? He was sitting there like this, everyone. And he was answering questions. Because I get it. You got to answer emails. So, having you come on, I'm Sam, Slam and Sam. So, having you come on Competition Plus Power Hour is huge. Because it's huge for you too. First of all, we're going to have you scoot forward a little bit just so everyone can hear you. All right. So, it's huge for you because you are, from what I'm told, and you're going to explain this even more, you are like the day one, as we call it.
Almost.
So
maybe day 2.
So
the last 30, 35 years.
So you're an OG, as they say, in Redline Oil. Like you are it.
I've been doing it as long as almost anyone can comprehend. I've been doing it. Yeah.
You
I've
30-something years.
Formulations. I'm the chemist. I've been doing the formulations since 1985. I don't know. Can you do?
1980. That's before me.
Well, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Only by a few years.
Yeah.
But literally 5 years. So for you, being in this industry, I mean, that's huge. From 1985, doing this. What have you seen in the last few years that is like, wow, I never would have thought we would have gotten to this.
Last few years. Well, one summary about the history. When we first started, synthetics no one is racing synthetics. Synthetics were a struggle. And, today, within the last few years, I would say within the last, 5 to 10 years, synthetics have become widely embraced in the industry. I would say synthetics are now considered to be the premium product in the racing world, which in 1985 they were not at all. It was the bread and butter petroleum products were the mainstay, and they were. I mean, they did a decent job, but good synthetics could always do a better job of preventing wear. Longer, in racing, longer draining was but wear prevention and friction reduction. That's huge.
So you're talking about things that weren't a big thing back in 1985, and I bet you what we're about to do right now, taking selfies, that wasn't a big thing in 1985 either, right?
I mean, yeah, we did. I mean, cell phones hadn't even, we didn't even have cell phones.
So we just did something that
it's just totally
that
not at all. I mean, and also like just the literature that we can produce. I mean, before we basically had to scratch everything out, send it to a somebody that set the type and printed it for us. So just getting information to customers and to to the industry was very, very different. Today it's
sorry, Bobby literally just left and he's texting me already. Like the way technology works, right? So okay, we're looking at. I mean, you guys got this sweet gift that just came in, and hopefully I can get Lee, if he starts paying attention, to grab that sweet gift that's sitting over there in the case. So we're going to talk about that. But for you guys to be on Mike Salinas Strapper's car and for how fast he's going and the different things that he's doing, what does that mean? And as we bring this in,
I will tell you, Mike Salinas is great.
like, guys, this literally just was delivered as we were on the show. Like look at this. So for you guys to be going over 300 miles per hour, for you guys to be, in the motocross industry, in monster trucks, and everything that you're doing, what sets Redline Oil? What sets you guys apart? I want to say at the top end, or at when it counts.
It's the quality of the materials that you produce. Almost all of the manufacturers will use a kind of a hydrotreated petroleum, and they're decent products. For automotive, general automotive concerns, they're decent products. They can be longer training, decent verification. But if you're really looking for the there's much better base lubricants to start. We use a combination of synthetic ester technology, and the ester technology was primarily developed for the jet engine lubrication technology. And it gives you much better stability in oxidation. So you'll use a lot of these really thermally stable compounds in conjunction with what's called polyalkyl, which is
Polyalkyl, right?
They basically give you excellent oxidation, just really good stability. And the real key thing is they give you a natural multi-grade product. So, like, to make a multi-grade product, let's say like a 5W30, you start with a 5-weight oil, real low viscosity, and you put in these rubber molecules of polymer to thicken it, to make it thicker, to appear like it's a 30. But in service, you have a tendency those bearings will start shearing it down and aligning the molecules, so it doesn't really seem full 30 viscosity. Whereas if you're using a synthetic product, it has a natural multi-grade capability. So you can have something that has really good low temperature properties, but also has good high temperatures without using these kind of like modifiers. Just do it naturally. So a good synthetic is much better stability for, and that is important in a racing engine.
So I mean, I'm still stuck on polyalkyl. Say that 5 times. I bet you can't do it. But for you, like I said, I mean, and we've said it over and over and over, is this show brings a different element. You guys are, shaking the hands of, the people that are using your products, the people that want to use your products and sell your products. What is the future of oil? Seeing that a lot of people are thinking batteries, right?
Well, and batteries have, and actually we're doing a lot of work with battery technology. That's one thing. We're sitting in meetings, thinking about how do we cool these batteries. Because, we basically, honestly, the technology that we have in the automotive world with transferring heat through an engine can definitely help in transferring heat from, to charging it. And that's, very important thing. So, we do, we're trying to do a lot of crossover work with the the electrification, let's say, of automotive, But I think we all realize here that electrification is going to be a much simpler process than some people want to believe. Quite honestly, it's not even possible for us to develop, to produce enough electric motors to replace all of these vehicles. It's just, we don't have the materials. This internal combustion world is going to be out. And the important thing is what we're trying to do is make it more efficient. To basically get more autonomy out of the combustion and just do different combustion cycles and lubricants, different friction units. We're always working on new and improved friction reducers to get even better fuel economy.
I think honestly, what needs to happen is we need to take the power hour down, and you can just walk us through and show us a lot of what's going on.
Well, I hope that I could do this. I think. I could definitely give it a try.
All right, but we're here, we're live. Like I said, you guys are shaking hands. Looks like it's about time. I'm getting a sign to wrap things up, and but we do want to thank you for all you guys' hard work.
I appreciate you're getting this information out to the public.
Oh yeah,
that's important for us. And it's really important for the automotive world to get this information out to improve all of these different rules, especially the racing.
Exactly, and it's not just the racing world; it's all across. So we want to thank you for all you guys' hard work, for you guys hosting hospitality for us here to host this show and to bring some more traffic, by you guys' booth.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.